What's up, all you wild hockey enthusiasts? It's your two favorite coaches back, Coach Logan Myers and my good mate over there.
Coach Uncle Henry.
And we're back talking about those wild mighty ducks. We're back at it
Quack,
again.
quack, quack.
Quack, quack, quack. The quack attack is back, Jack. And this
Woo!
week we're talking about episode 2 titled Dusters. And
Dusters.
if you guys don't know what dusters are, those are the people that collect all the dust on the bench because they don't play much. And that's what this episode is about.
Boo.
Boo! I did a lot of that as a kid. Didn't play much. So this episode is actually about my youth. Playing sports, me sitting on the bench most of the time. The Dusters,
Uh,
this time around, the first episode, we got to get the band together, the team together. And this episode is more like an in-depth look at the characters, the different kids. Lauren Graham is like the therapist in episode 2, like being like the laid-back coach and just having fun and not about winning. But we really get to dive into these characters and find out more about them, I guess.
I've really been enjoying Lauren Graham's character. She's sort of the naive mom. We just want you guys to have fun and just go out there and do your best. She's got a good heart. Her heart's in the right place. She wants to see her son have fun playing hockey. He sort of lost joy playing for the big, the Mighty Ducks team where they're super serious and just playing for, to go on to the big leagues more or less. But yeah, she just wants to see these kids have fun. And in the second episode, the team has been assembled, so we sort of get an introduction into their, coming together as a team. So she's in the beginning of the episode, she's sort of gonna, get the team together and do some, team building exercises, you could say. And she comes up with some clever ways to bring the team together on the ice instead of just play hockey.
Kind of sitting around in a circle, we get to introduce all the characters. Like last week, we were talking about Evan being Alex's son, or Lauren Graham's character. It's her son, Evan. And he's the one that's really dedicated, loves hockey, wants to be really good at hockey and build this team. And introduced to his buddy Nick that has the podcast, hockey podcast. He's like the comedic relief of the team. Logan, that kid from Toronto. And you have Coob, the new Goldberg, the heavyset goalie that can't move or stop a puck to save his life. And then we have like Lauren, Maya, and Sam, other characters. So it's really, a more in-depth look at these characters, these young kids. They're all different personalities, but they kind of have this bond over the team and hockey.
Yeah, each character has their own weakness, has their own personality traits, things that they're going to need to work on as the series goes on. It was a cool little scene where she gets them out on the ice and she's like, yeah, we're going to play with beach balls. So they're hitting beach balls around to start. They're sort of practicing because they're going to have a game. They're getting ready for the game coming up and they're going to play the Mighty Ducks. And how does the game go?
It goes awful. It's terrible. The Don't Bothers, the team that we never talk about because we can never forget the name. The Don't Bothers, they got their whole new gear on. They look like a hockey team, but they get their asses whooped by the Cardinals. I mean, they're all beat up. It's hilarious. And they have this like commentator on the side, like, oh my God, it's like the worst game I've ever seen. And then you see Gordon Bombay kind of looking through the window at the game and seeing how bad they are. And it's really, really funny.
The Don't Bothers are in full force here. They have a terrible game. They have no teamwork, no skill, nothing to have any hope for moving on in the season. But of course, we know Gordon Bombay. He's the miracle man in Minneapolis. He's going to come and he's going to unite the team. He's going to have them come together. But yeah, what he sees, he doesn't like when he watches them play. They get absolutely hammered. They don't score. It's like, I can't remember the final score, but it's 12-0, I think, something like that. It's a complete debacle. Everything goes wrong. But he does have a glimmer of hope on what happens after the game. They're all in the locker room. All the players are dejected. Lauren Graham's kind of talking like, oh, well, that happened, but it's okay. We just wanted to do this to have fun. Let's remember that. And her son Evan is like, yeah, Mom, well, it's not very fun when you get beat that badly. It's just not fun. So she's like, oh, well, I guess I'm gonna have to learn to play some actual hockey and teach these kids something. So they end up going rallying and going out into the ice. They're gonna practice a little more and hopefully build themselves up again because they're going to have to play the Ducks soon. And Gordon sees this, that he sees them on the ice after the game, and it reminds him of the original Mighty Ducks. He gets the sense that these kids want to do something greater. They want to be better. They're not content with losing and getting beat so badly. So Gordon, he's been grumpy in this whole episode. It's funny seeing him. He just has no joy or anything. The last how many ever years, 30 years for him have been miserable, and it's gonna take a miracle to get him out of it. But he's slowly coming around as the show goes on.
Yeah, he's like that grumpy old man now, and really hates hockey, hates kids, all that stuff. But Evan, it seems like he's forming this bond with Coach Bombay, Gordon Bombay. Like, hey, we need help. We're really trying here. And Gordon always has the quick comebacks. He's like, no, I'm taking a nap right now. Leave me alone. Evan keeps coming back, trying to get him to help out with the team. And it just sets up a lot of comedic bits throughout this episode. And Emilio Estevez was really great. Like, surprisingly great in this role. He's pretty funny.
It's funny seeing him, older now and adapting to the old man role, the wise old man. He's sort of playing a little bit of Hans in this one from the original movie. He's going to be the big mentor of this new generation. It's kind of funny how in each movie Gordon Bombay kind of falls off and falls away from the team in one way or the other. And this series is no different. It's been 30 years and he's sort of jaded again from the whole thing. But a youthful team comes around and sort of gives them a pep in his step, and I'm sure we'll see the full Gordon Bombay in his happy state again by the time the series is ended.
You can see, he's checking them out, seeing like which areas they can improve on. Then at the end of the episode, we see Gordon skating on the ice, and he doesn't like hockey or skating. He's out there with the hockey stick, so something's up. He's coming around, boys.
He looked great on the ice. If you looked closely when he started speeding up his skating, you could definitely tell it was a body double. Yeah.
The guy was like 6'5", and Emilio was like 4'8". He's tiny.
I know. It's precision skating, and then it zoomed in on Emilio, and he could barely stand up. It looked like it was funny.
It was so obvious. Me and Molly were laughing our asses off. I'm like, it's such a body double. He's like moving all slow, and then it's just like.
Yeah, then it cuts back from
an Olympic fucking medalist. Yeah. Olympic medalist doing a triple axel.
Yeah.
Anyways, but at the end of the episode, you kind of see him coming around and get a side of Gordon we haven't seen in a long time. So that's pretty interesting. It really sets up a nice conversation between him and Alex, and set up the rest of the season.
I'm interested to see how Alex is going to coach now that she's, realizes that she's got to take things a little bit more seriously. Is she? I'm still wondering if she's going to be the main coach, if Gordon's going to be teaching her, and then she's going to teach the kids, or if Gordon's going to sort of work hand in hand with her, or how that dynamic will work. I'm still looking forward to see. But we're going to see this play out pretty soon because they're going to be playing the Mighty Ducks, I guess, in their next game. So whether we'll see the game next or they're going to be preparing these the next episodes until the finale to play the Ducks, we'll find out. But it'll be fun seeing the team come together. They each had their own skills that they were brought on, so we're going to see them come together, and I'm sure we'll see some classic, the Flying V. I'm sure we're going to see that. We're going to see some of the original Ducks return, so it'll be cool.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Them. Yeah, impart some knowledge onto them and talk about their experiences playing for Coach Bombay back in the day. So it'll be cool to see all those, we saw them when they were teenagers. It'll be fun to see them all grown up and see what is going on in their lives and what they're doing now.
And there were some pretty cool Easter eggs in this episode as well. You're talking about the beach balls. That's from the first movie when they're out on the ice. The other one is the Don't Bothers. They played the Cardinals. The Cardinals was the team in the first movie too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
I don't know if you remember that. And I think Alex asked Gordon, the last time he skated, and he was talking about the North Stars when they moved to Dallas. That was from the second movie.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounded familiar to me. Yep.
Yeah, it's from D2. So that was pretty cool. There's some definitely Easter eggs in this episode, but more like character development and them trying to, come together as a team and learn how to play as a team, play better hockey, and Alex becoming a coach, bringing Coach Bombay aboard, probably to help her out, guide her, point her in the right direction. But Another solid episode.
I was happy with what I saw. It hasn't reached like Mighty Ducks original series highs for me. It hasn't reached greatness yet. We're just still being introduced to everybody, getting to know people. But yeah, I like it. It's very solid for me so far. I can't wait to see the original Ducks return, and I can't wait to see more of these kids and eventually root for them by the end, and hopefully they'll give us something to root for and play for. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Coach Bombay come around to the team, impart his knowledge and wisdom. And yeah, I can't wait to see him come face to face with the coach of the Ducks. That'll be fun because he always has some good interactions with the opposing coaches. So, yeah, we'll be seeing what happens.
The old guy from Son-in-Law, Gordon.
Yeah. I know. From Son-in-Law and that old
was
Lois
such a
and
good
Clark
bad
show.
guy.
Yeah.
The first movie, he was such a good bad guy. Like rewatching that recently. I'm like, ugh, it still kind of creeps me out, like me being a kid. Yeah, they need that. Yeah, they need that rivalry in this TV show. Another bad guy, or the European guy from Part 2.
Right, he was awesome too. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But it's going to be the Ducks and the Don't Bothers probably in the championship, and maybe we'll get some good rivalry going on there. But I'm guessing that's where it's going. But I'm pretty excited for it. I think Emilio Estevez and Lauren Graham's been the best thing about this show thus far. Evan, the actor that plays Evan's pretty good. So some decent performances. Again, it's Disney Plus, and I'm having a good time with it thus far. So the second episode, titled Dusters, I'm giving it a 3 out of 5 Emilio Estevez hair pieces.
I will give this episode of the Mighty Ducks Game Changers, episode titled Dusters, a 3 out of 5 Gordon Bombay hair pieces, but he doesn't need one because he's got great hair.
Well, besides that, we got more reviews coming up. We got the podcast this Sunday with the Fellas Boys. We're going to dive into a lot of great content, movies, TV shows, go more in depth about some of our favorite things. I mean, you will be back next Friday for Falcon Winter Soldier. So lots of reviews coming up.
Yeah.
And I want to thank all you guys for always watching us, commenting, liking, subscribing to us. Really appreciate it. Stay tuned. We got a lot more stuff coming your way.
Stay tuned to the Cinephellas YouTube channel. Yep, we love doing this for you guys. We love reviewing the stuff, talking with each other. It's always been great talking with you, Uncle Logan, about these awesome shows and movies that we're getting. It feels like we're going to have a good year. It feels like there's going to be some theatrical releases. We're going to see a lot of good stuff, a lot of Disney Plus content coming, shows. Keep them all coming. It's going to be crazy from here on out with all the Marvel stuff. They got to get all these movies out that they've had in the pipeline forever, pushing everything back a whole year. So it's going to be a bombardment. So there's going to be plenty of things to review, my friend.
Yeah, we got Mortal Kombat coming out soon on HBO Max, another Warner Brothers movie I'm so freaking excited for. So
we'll definitely review that.
Yeah, me and you will be back because there's a lot of nostalgia behind that, playing the video game Sega Genesis when it came out. So the movie looks fantastic. I mean, the kill scenes look insane. So we'll be back for that. We got other movies and stuff coming out in the summer. We got Space Jam coming out, a new Legacy. And there's plenty of stuff hitting the streaming services and theaters opening once again. So I may try to get back into the theater. It's been a long time for me.
Yeah, you should definitely pick a movie that you want to see in the theater, throw on the mask.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that would be fun to go see. Yeah, I might make a trip to the theater too.
It makes sense. You got you're like Sub-Zero Scorpion. You got the mask on.
Yeah, exactly. It would go perfectly with that film. I can't wait.
Get over here!
I can't wait to see the fatalities and everything. Supposedly it's got the best fight. They say some of the most intense fighting scenes ever put on film. So I hope it lives up to the hype. And all the trailers make it look like it's going to be pretty awesome. So can't wait.
Yeah, plenty of movies and TV shows coming out very soon. It's going to be an awesome spring right into summertime with more movies and lots to talk about. So stay tuned for that. And thanks for always watching us, checking us out right here at Cinephellas. And also, King James himself. This is your two favorite coaches signing out, Coach Logan Myers and Coach
Fulton.
Signing out till next time. Cheers!